let's move on to what we have built, a generic enterprise-grade AI chatbot framework designed to help organizations make their data instantly accessible and understandable. For today's demo, we are using the data from the SMS app product as an example, but this framework can be adapted to any domain like finance, healthcare, or education, or any retail. So now, as the enterprise often struggle with the decentralized and the unstructured data, which spread across the multiple systems. So employees face repetitive queries, manual lookups, and slow retrieval. So what we call it as a solution latency. This will not only delay the decision, but impact the scalability, operation efficiency, and cost optimization. We want to address that by simplifying how users interact with their data through a natural language. Our solution, which is an AI-powered chatbot that combines retrieval augmented generation RAG and bring your own data BYOD architectures. It allows enterprises to connect their own data sources securely and enable the conversational access, meaning user can ask questions, get summaries, and retrieve insights instantly, all in natural language. No postman setup, no manual records, no backend dependency. Everything runs through a centralized process within the 360 LLM platform. Now, let me just go through how it works. So the chatbot receives a user query, then it processes the question using the natural language understanding. It retrieves the relevant data from the connected dataset and then generate a precise human-like response. All of this happens securely with zero intervention. Now, talking about the key features, to summarize, what makes this framework powerful? It works with any enterprise dataset, industry agnostic, built on BYOD and RAG for contextual intelligence, provides centralized setup, no postman and manual work, delivers fast, accurate, natural insights, maintains security and governance throughout. Now, for the enterprise, this translates into the faster decision-making through instant data retrieval, reduced dependency on analytics on manual reports, scalability across departments and industries. Also, the last but not least, cost and latency optimization. In short, it turns complex data into the simple conversational intelligence. Now, let's quickly move to the live demo of what we have built. So for today's demo, we have added the utility component inside the Salesforce, which actually answers all your queries related to the SMS app, as I mentioned initially. Let me just quickly add query. Now, the response which is coming up from the bot is not the generic response, which is configured via ChatGPT or OpenAI, but this is the personalized response which we have trained at the backend over our servers. Now, talking about the component, there are multiple features also we have added in the component. That is, first one, copy paste. You can directly copy and paste the content wherever you want to. Second one, and the major one, is the feedback mechanism. Like if you think like you don't like this particular response from the bot, you can dislike this response and you can select the appropriate answers or the reasons and you can submit the feedback. Now, our bot will retrain the data and response accordingly in the future if any queries come up regarding the same. Also, we have an option of speak aloud.
Sticky sender in SMS app definition,
which will actually speak the complete response received from the bot. Moving forward, we have the regenerate. Like if you feel like that you're not happy or you're not getting the relevant response, you can also regenerate the response based on your query. The last but not least of the component, we have also provided the option of raising a ticket. Like sometimes we feel that we might need to connect with a particular agent for the particular responses or particular concern. So we have the option of raising a ticket where it will automatically fill up the description and the ticket subject for you, and you can easily edit the same depending on your requirement, even the business impact. If I just click on the submit, it will submit the ticket at the backend, and you can see that I got the ticket number as well. So this is a process to maintain at the backend, and the support can take the query easily and revert back over the ticket itself. So as I mentioned at the initial testing, that we are using the personalized response and not the generic one. So let me take you to our own 360 LLM platform where we have configured over Llama model and which is hosted on the GPU server. As we've added the tickets of last 5 years and trained those on the fine-tuning models. As there are many Llama models, but we have used for like Llama 3.1 as well as the Llama GPT OSS model for our today's demo. Not only this, as you can see, there are 15 plus LLM configuration. Like if you have your LLM configuration, you can directly come and we can implement yours. But don't worry, if you don't have your own, we can also provide the Llama configuration for you, or even any of the LLM configuration for you. And as I mentioned in the key feature, that this is the cost effective. So for this, we have another parameter, which is storage configuration. Now, in order to store your data over the servers, it will take the cost. So we have removed that completely, and we have introduced a concept of configuration of storage, where you can directly configure your Google Drive, OneDrive, or SharePoint. For now, I've used the Google Drive, where all my data would be centralized and all the unstructured data can be maintained over the single place. Even it is secure. That is again major point for you. Moving forward, there is user configuration. If you want to give the access of particular 360 AI LLM portal to any of your user, you can provide the access with the help of the email, and you can also decide the role, whichever role you want to create for those users, like owner, admin, or the member. Last but not least, we have the option of the other configuration, where we provide the access token, which majorly helps to provide the incoming sources, and you can implement that in any of the platform you want to. As I mentioned, that is the platform independent, so you can use this anywhere. It's not limited to Salesforce or anywhere. It can be used anywhere. Now, as we've talked a lot about how things work, I have demonstrated the SMS app. I have taken the query, the bot responded back to me, but let me just showcase how it actually be configured and how we can actually easily configure this, because that's again plus point for us, that is easy to configure. So let me just quickly, without configuration, let me just quickly ask the basic thing about our today's demo only, about a judges panel. It will take a few seconds to answer back the query. You can see that right now my bot don't have the specific information. This is something our guardrails work. If you have no information on a thing, if you don't want to share any relevant information, you can directly update the guardrails at the backend. But now let's quickly move to the real time and let me just upload a file. For the demo, I'm just uploading a file having the details about today's event. Once we click on upload, it will take a few seconds to upload the data. And once the data is uploaded, you can see that the file has been uploaded over here. So now this is a two-way process. This is not where like you can upload the files, but if you have the Google Drive or storage device connected, you can also resync those files from that particular device. Like you can see that there are multiple files I have already appended in my drive, so it got synced. Now let's just quickly back navigate to the same GPT search and ask back the same question. You can see that as soon as I've loaded the data on the real time, it fetched the answer from that particular doc. Not even this, as again mentioning, we have mentioned that this is the platform independence. So I've created a web page where I've added the information about my particular project, my AI model, the Llama chatbot. So let me just quickly ask another question over here about the event date and time. For the time being, the model is analyzing and typing the request. You can see that it shared the particular and the relevant request from the doc itself. Not only this, we have more things to train and to add the data. Like the best option is the reference website. As you know, if you are uploading any of the company data, you might not have the everything handy in the document form, but you have uploaded all those in the website. So you can directly upload the website link, and also you can guide the bot how this website should be used. Like for example, in the multiple websites, we have seen that their pricing context, their contact page, their about. So you can directly guide the bot that don't navigate to the pricing page. Don't use the information of the pricing page, and the bot will work as it is. Take into the feedbacks. As I mentioned in the SMS Salesforce bot, that you can add the feedbacks and it will retain the data. So this is how where your feedbacks will be stored. And moving forward, our bot will automatically retrain the data and use the feedback to answer back the queries in the future. Not only this, you also have live option of data training, where you can actually train the data by uploading the specific file format in the question and answer sets. Like if you want that I need an answer of a specific question to be limited one, so you can just add that manually in the data training module. It will not take the proper response, but it will rephrase and take it to the end customer. And it will combine all the queries, all the data training question answer you have added in this. Now, as for the target industries, it's a platform independent, so all of the industries can be used. Like whosoever are using the customer support, whosoever want to have that bot integrated with the internal team, they can use anywhere, anytime. It's a 24/7 bot you can actually implement. Now, let me talk about the tech stack. So we are using the Hugging Face, Olama, RAG pipelines, LLM fine-tuning JSON format, and few cloud storage connectors, that is Google Drive, SharePoint, and OneDrive, including secure guardrails.